says I am live. Everything else says I am doing okay. Oh, this may be a little bit too loud. I'll let you know if it's a little bit too loud. But might as well have some air on me, I guess. Uh, right. Sorry for taking me a bit. Making sure. Just making sure everything's all right and smooth. All right, I gotta make sure that I think I can hear myself twice. I'm sorry. All right. All right. Hey. All right. Just have to make sure. Alrighty. All right. Just making sure. All right. This is well, literally Xbox has announced. Well, Xbox press conference and the Bethesda conference was tonight. Uh, I guess let's start off with the Xbox press conference. I thought it was pretty good. Uh, really a big step up from EA. EA's press conference was like not very good. I'm sorry, EA. I mean, I know that you guys are probably looking at this from a different standpoint from any other thing, but I didn't feel anything. I mean, I know that Anthem was your big game, big shout out, big thing, your big, your big meat and potatoes. Uh, but I didn't really think it was that good. Uh, I would say that it was. I would say it was pretty good. You did have a couple of good games. You did have a little bit, but what I did watch was an Angry Joe video. He said it seemed like most of them were for investors, and that does sound very true. After I rewatched everything, it kind of did. Um, but other than said, I mean, I am real still excited for Anthem. I hope that is a good game. Uh, but I'm not like really excited about Anthem. I am just excited about how. Hold on. There you go. All right. I was hearing myself twice. So I wasn't really excited about Anthem when I first saw it. I thought it was cool, but some of my friends were always saying it's just Destiny again, rehashed into a whole new thing. And yeah, and I would say it kind of seems like it because it does seem like kind of a more of a Destiny rehash and everything else. Uh, Other than that, I mean, I hope it's a good game. Like what does seem like a good game would be. But let's all start with the Microsoft press conference. Obviously, Phil Spencer was in it, of course, but it was really good. It was really cool. The first trailer, right out the back, they started off with the new Halo, Infinite. Halo Infinite, and it was pretty cool. Uh, what do I expect about another Halo title? I basically stopped after four. Uh, I mean, I would say it was good. It wasn't bad. People said Halo 5 was good. Um, I thought it was okay. I mean, I never played it. They said the multiplayer was the best, but to be honest, it's just like I don't know. I mean, to be honest, I didn't really like it. Uh, it was Halo Infinite, but yeah, it was it like if it were to be good, I like it would have to give me like I don't know. I guess I would just have to find a chance to play it again because I mean, Halo was a pretty big deal for me. I really loved Halo 2. Halo 3 was like the pinnacle for me, and then when Halo ODST came out, still loved it. It was a different take on it. You played as ODSTs, orbital drop shot troopers, Still loved it. You still got the gameplay. They even added a new mode, like a horde mode. Um, and then they still have the Halo multiplayer expansion pack, which was pretty cool. Like people were like, "Oh, nobody but it comes with an expansion pack." So obviously nobody would like it, but it would be something like that. Uh, it just has to catch my eye. Maybe when more things come about, maybe I'll be more open to it. But for now, I was just like, I wasn't really that into it. I was just like, it wasn't. It just has to catch my attention. So, and I know Soul Calibur's coming. Soul Calibur is really great. I love Soul Calibur. I love the fifth one. That was my jam. It's got the guy from Witcher in it. Witcher 3. Well, he's all in the same Witcher, of course, but you know, Jarl, Jarls. I think that's what it was. But that's what they had. Oh, sorry. Oh, all right. Hopefully that's fine. Hopefully you guys can hear me. But yeah. Anything other than that? So what? After all that, Xbox announced 50 games, 18 exclusives, and 15 world premieres. And the first game after that, they showed off Halo, of course. Uh, they showed off Ori and the Will of Whisper. Uh, I never played Ori before. Obviously, they're pretty good because I think this is the third one or the second one. I'm not sure. Uh, but if they're that good, I might check them out. But other than that, and then they showed kind of like a Dark Souls style of samurai. It was called Sekiro. Apologies if I do mess this up. Sekiro. Sekiro. I think it's called Sekiro, and it was Sekiro something darkness or whatever. Um, Basically, the way it looked, it was literally like it looked good. I mean, it looked. I mean, it wasn't bad. Like it looked exactly like a Dark Souls game, but with samurai. Um, Looks like they had a really enriching backstory, which would kind of give like a weird how this guy lost his hand and everything, and it just looks cool. Um, could I compare it to other games? It looks like I'm trying to compare it to one of those other games. That's new game that's coming out for PS3, which I can't wait for the Sony press conference because I think that's one of their new exclusives. That was the Ghost of Ghost of Sukomi. I think so. I don't know. Don't question me on that. That's it. Uh, but it looks great. They're like the monsters do look great in it, and everything else. And yeah, the way it showed, I was really enticed by this whole thing. I'm surprised that like Xbox really brought it. So I know uh, most of this stuff would be pretty cool. I know that. What was else? Uh, Hold on. Uh, I usually have a bunch of chicken scratch. So, but yeah. Uh, okay, here it is. Okay. Well, they also announced they also now announced Crackdown. Obviously, Crackdown was delayed. They did show another cool trailer. For Terry Crews, in it because he's the spokesperson for it. Obviously, so Terry Crews is in it. Pretty cool guy. Does it make you want to buy Crackdown though? I don't know. Like, I really like the first one. The first one was like the best. I really loved the first one. Uh, I know it was really different. It was innovative. It was great, but the weird thing was people didn't know about it. The only reason that people bought so many is because when they had that exclusive for Crackdown, they had the I think it was the beta for Halo 3. I think it was for Halo 3. Uh, so that's why they sold so many copies in the first whole section of you know of Crackdown, and so that's why so many people played Crackdowns because they were gonna play. I'm like, well, if I'm gonna buy this game just for to get the early access for Halo, might as well do it. So, uh, other than that, it's I don't know, like right now in the pinnacle of gaming where I'm at, I maybe just have to play them, or the trailer would just have to look good. Like that Dark Souls Samurai game, like it looks exactly like a Dark Souls Samurai game because the way the actions move, you have to dodge. It's called Shadow of the Realm or something like that. Oh no, Shadows Die Twice, or it's Sekiro, Shadows Die Twice. But yeah, and but after that, like Crackdown, amazing, awesome. Uh, but am I gonna buy it? I don't know. Like I said, if they gave me early access or whatever, and for me to try it out, I would hype it up. But in the meantime, it's just gonna have to find a reason to wow me again. Uh, but Todd Howard showed up at the Microsoft press conference, and they basically showed off. Oh, sorry, but basically they showed off Fallout 76 again. Uh, I was actually impressed. He showed up. Everyone was like, "Whoa, Todd Howard!" and everything else. But yeah, there's a bunch of things that's going up. Uh, there's a bunch of I know there was a bunch of indie games that happened out there. And then there was a bunch of Xbox uh, Xbox One Pass. There's a bunch of games that looked oh sorry that looked pretty unfamiliar. So uh, oh sorry. Uh, uh, all right. was just making sure that I caught something. So, yeah. Huh. All right. But yes, Todd Howard showed up, showed the Fallout new trailer. Obviously, it's showing that it will have playability co-op, so it will be multiplayer, everything else. So, what really blew my mind was Division Two. Division Two, what they showed up. I love Division. I love the first one. I'm excited for the second one. Like I said, I played the first one. I will get hyped for the second one. I love Division Two. Great game. I loved it a lot. And this one is set up in a different town and not New York. I think it's in Washington D.C. I believe. Don't quote me on that. I gotta look it up again. But it looks like its division agents are spread out in a different place, where it's more of a sunnier summer type vibe, which I think is really cool. I do like how they would change it up a little bit and how they would interact with the different. Because I'm like, the first one was kind of just set in a small central of New York, and so I mean, this would be only state of emergency, but then you got other things, like uh, what other epidemics could like spread around the world, So I love how games would probably expand on that. You kind of get the more of the lore style of it, so I'm kind of excited about that. So Division Two was it's kind of like top notch on my list. I know that. Also, they did for Devil May Cry 5. Uh, Never played the Devil May Cry 4, which kind of made everyone just kind of like, what? That's not Dante. But I played the second one. I thought that was pretty good. But I don't know. People are expecting more. Like sometimes they unveil games you probably don't even need to play, but still have them. But yeah, people are just like, it was pretty high up, I guess you'd say. Uh, oh, hold on. Oh yeah, and then they had also as well, also another game that I kind of want. Uh, it's made by the same people that did, but it's in the same universe as Life is Strange. It's like the stories of Captain Awesome, and it's like based on a kid. So, and you get to play the first episode for free, which is cool. And it's about like a son and a father. He gets bullied a lot supposedly, and like uh, he creates stories. Obviously, I feel like this will be a type of a game that it'll be kind of an immersive game where he has more of an imagination and stuff, which will be kind of cool. I feel like once we kind of explore this, the way that he looks at things, we're gonna start thinking. I mean, like I feel like people lack imagination nowadays, where it's just like impossible, you know. And sorry, I'm sorry. I know it's terribly late. Got off work a little bit late. But yeah. But these are things that it would look cool. I mean, I feel like the Life is Strange people are Captain Spirit, so not Captain Awesome, but his name's the Awesome Adventures of Captain Spirit, I guess. 100% free, June 26th. But yeah, I'm excited for that. It's pretty cool. I thought that was pretty cool. Um, mm, mm, mm. I'm so sorry. There's a lot that just happened, and it's just a lot to comprehend one thing out of the other. Uh, yeah, there's like a lot. Like I probably won't go through all of them, but they announced Gears of War when they first showed off the trailer. They showed the Gears of War symbol, and Funko Pop came out, and people were like, you know. But then the real Gears of War trailer 5 came up, and I don't know. I thought Marcus Phoenix died for some reason in the fourth one. I don't know because you play as his son, but I don't know what's going on because I don't know. I never played the fourth one, so I guess you only play as the chick and a different kind of guy. I thought it'd be like Marcus Phoenix's son, but I don't know if he died or whatever. But I don't know. I thought it would be something like that, but I guess not. But any other than that, like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I am terribly sorry. I am bad at live streaming. I am terribly bad. Yes. All right. Definitely. Oh, I'm so sorry. I don't know why I'm so tired. But yeah. They even announced Metro Exodus. Uh, that looks pretty good. I've been wanting to play the Metro games for a while. Um, Seems to me that they're pretty good. I mean, like, I know the first one was kind of a bit like mixed. Probably not. I don't know, but it was different at the time. You know, it was kind of like a different survival horror type genre type style game. You know, so but yep. And then you got. I think this would be the third one of the franchise. Sorry. I am. I am gonna send a message out. I wanna know. I wanna find out. Cool, cool, cool. Yes. I'm gonna send out a message on Twitter. Okay, hold on. All right. Let me take a picture for this photo. Oh dang. All right. Sorry, I was sending out the message for everyone. Okay. All right. Sorry about that. Definitely. All right. We're gonna take a quick break. I guess we say. I'm gonna go check on a couple of things, and guess I should leave you some music. I guess. Uh, what's the best royalty-free music ever to play? Uh, mm, Yes, the royal wedding. I guess this will work. Maybe. Hope you enjoy my wall or my ceiling. Whoa. Was not expecting that. Let's raise that up a bit. Alright. To my thoughts on E3 and the Microsoft thing. There's a bunch of stuff that happened. I know they announced Dying Light 2, which I was really stoked for. Looks like that you will actually have choice. Oh, excuse me. Looks like you'll actually have choices and everything else. And looks like I'm just really happy for that. So, yeah, Dying Light 2. Dang, it's just like I'm just like kind of out of it right now. Well, Dying Light 2 seemed pretty cool. There's a bunch of other games that I might talk about. I know they announced um, Kingdom Hearts for Xbox, which I thought that was really cool. Like it used to be just a Sony exclusive, type game. I'm really excited that, you know, most of it is like, whoa. So it's really going to be cool and everything else. So, uh, but yeah, I'm completely excited for it. Um, they also announced that Near Automaton was also going to be for the Xbox. I know that. Like a bunch of cool stuff. So, and Just Cause, I never really watched Just Cause series. Uh, I mean, I never played them. Um, only seen about how whole map and everything, and played online and everything. Uh, and then basically like towards the end of oh, Jump Force. Jump Force is about like that all that anime characters coming into one. I thought that was pretty cool. Versus Frieza and everything. It was really smooth gameplay, everything else. And then right before the end of the Microsoft press conference, they get hacked. And then they did a whole, and then they showed off the trailer for Cyberpunk 2027 or 2077. I thought that was pretty cool. You know, people's been talking about that this whole time. They're like, "Where's Cyberpunk? Where's Cyberpunk?" Da 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 da. You know, and I thought that was pretty cool. And yeah, overall, that was pretty much the whole press conference for. There's a lot more, but what I'm really more excited to talk about is the Bethesda one. Bethesda just like blew it out of the park. I thought their press conference was amazing. I thought spectacular, I guess you'd say. So basically, what I really want to know is about more about Wolfenstein. I love the franchise Wolfenstein. They got another Wolfenstein game coming out called Young Bloods, and it's about um, Terror Billy or BJ Blazkowicz, sort of say, is twins daughters and stuff. So, are we gonna get like an older version of BJ Blazkowicz? I don't know. I'm more of excited about that. Uh, and then they obviously showed off Rage 2. Rage 2, they had Andrew CK. I don't know why I said CK. Andrew WK. I think of Louis CK. But they had Louis CK singing on there. I think that would be pretty wicked. But Andrew WK singing for the Rage 2 and everything. Pretty good concert. Not too bad for that song. And then they showed off Rage 2. And gameplay. It's not too bad. I never played the first one. I know it was kind of like a Mad Max. I really wanted to play the first one, but I don't know what got me around to not playing it for some reason. Uh, but then they announced Doom, Uh, um, it was not. It's not really essentially Doom 2 because everyone's expecting Doom 2, but it's like Doom Eternal, I think, and so it's like Hell on Earth. And I did play Doom 1, but I only played a couple of minutes of it. I bought the game. I don't know why I don't play it. There's a bunch of games that I don't play, so I don't play. And then they also announced for the new Prey. It wasn't new Prey, but it was new Prey DLC and update and everything. And I really enjoyed that game. The game was pretty long though. It was a long game for me. Uh, for me, I kind of just like we got to the ending, but we didn't really go to the end, but yeah, me and my friend played it. Should definitely check that out for that whole thing. But yeah, it was pretty cool. I know that all that is. Um, and then Todd Howard show up. He uh, he talked about Fallout 76. Of course, everyone was excited about Fallout 76. Everyone was talking about uh, how speculating that it was supposed to be multiplayer and everything. He was speculating that it was supposed to be multiplayer. I'm really glad what they did. I was kind of like scared about an MMO kind of for Fallout because I don't know. I do like MMOs, but I don't know what Todd Howard was explaining about how it's not going to be like an amusement park where like everyone's just cornered and just no, it's going to be pretty much 100 people, 500 people, I guess you'd say, spread out. Probably, I think roughly it's going to be about. I feel like it's going to be like probably like 200 people in the game. Big game. Obviously, and I feel like that's going to be the biggest indicator of this whole game, where it's just going to be really big and huge, and everyone's going to be talking about that. Uh, Multiplayer looks pretty good. He said you could play this all on single player, and that's really cool too. So, I mean, if you want to play it single player, most people probably do want to play it single player. You could still do quest about it. Everything else, I'm kind of like, whoa. So, and they showed off a bunch of cool stuff. Things you could do. Everything else, they really brought it in. They really packed the punches. They really brought their meat and potatoes all out. They really just like, you know. Uh, but yeah, they really explored everything. They weren't really shy of everything. They made jokes and everything. Uh, but other than that, I thought it was really cool. I thought the whole press conference was really cool, for especially when they announced all that, and then and then everyone's like, "Oh, well, what about Elder Scrolls?" Da 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 da, and then he's like, "Oh, don't worry, we got the new Skyrim." I'm glad he finally understands the whole memes about how Todd Howard, he's like, "We unleashed Skyrim on the Switch, everything else," and he's like, "Now we unleashed it on Alexa," and so I really found that joke to be funny. When he released it on an Alexa, he had like a small little clip, just about you playing Skyrim on Alexa, even on your pager and everything. So I thought that was pretty funny. And other than that, I thought it was really funny. I thought they did a lot of great stuff. And then he was like, "Well, we want to dominate the Elder Scrolls game market again." And then he releases pretty much an iOS device type game, and it's on Elder Scrolls. It's called Elder Scrolls Blades. You play as a Blades. Back in Oblivion, Blades were like all the rage. So the Blades Knights. Uh, it was cool. He showed everything of. He's like played on portrait mode, or even like whatever you call it. Where you move the screen down, so you can play it anywhere you want. And it's not too bad. It's actually pretty cool. It was different than what you would expect. You can tap to go or tap to go, or you can even move by yourself. You know, everyone was kind of like, but then after he was explaining about doing everything, it's cool because you can create your own character. Uh, Still go to NPC towns. Go into dungeons. Uh, it literally had a bunch of stuff to it. Like city building, talk, make quests. Everything else. It was just literally like an Elder Scrolls game, and I thought it was pretty cool. It wasn't really much more of anything else than anything else but an Elder Scrolls game, and I thought that was really nice. And then he unleashes his new franchise game for Starfield. I believe that's what it's called. You don't really get much. He did was like a whole teaser trailer. Everyone, I know, people were talking about that how it was last year about Starfield, um, but it's going to be a Bethesda game in space. Finally, I was kind of waiting for that. I think it's about time for them to get their feet out of the water, or how do you say that? Get their feet into the water or whatever. And try to expand on new things, and hopefully it goes well. Because that's something that I would like to see. We still got the futuristic with Fallout, but that was something that was different. Like Skyrim or Elder Scrolls. You got something from the fantasy realm. You got something from you know a plain shooter, or future tomorrow type deal, and then all that type of stuff. Uh, but it's gonna be cool. I really am gonna be excited for that. Uh, Other than that, and then he also um, basically announced Elder Scrolls 6. Everyone was like, "Whoa!" So yeah, everyone was excited for that. But yeah, those were pretty much all my hard points about everything else for Bethesda and everything. Uh, it's cool. I'm excited, And tomorrow is going to be the Ubisoft, Sony, and I believe Square Enix. I believe. So I'm kind of excited for that. What I'm expecting to see for Ubisoft still for in the future is probably like I don't know, probably Wildlands 2. Maybe Tom Clancy's Splinter Cell, because I know they really teased that a lot in Wildlands, and I really like Splinter Cell a lot. And hopefully it works. you know. And Sony, I don't really have a PS4, but most of these games are making me want to buy a PS4, because we still got Death Stranding. That game looks amazingly good. Spider Man. I don't think that's out yet. Unless it is. Unless I'm just like speculating that Spider Man isn't out. I don't think it's out yet. We did get some gameplay trailer for that. So we got Spider Man. The Last of Us, Days Gone. A bunch of other things. And Square Enix. I'm pretty sure they're going to talk about probably a lot more Life is Strange. Or Final Fantasy. Whatever it is. I feel like in the future, that's what they're going to probably talk about in the Square Enix part. That's what I'm kind of hoping for. So, yeah. But other than that, it was pretty good. Hope I'm not forgetting anything because I did get Wolfenstein. Uh, get it, girl. I'll see you. But yeah. Other than that, there's some small party indie games. I know that from the Xbox One. Uh, I know for it was called After Party below Conquerors of Blades, Rajit, and Island of Nine. Those games I really haven't explored into it, but those games look pretty amazing as well. But other than that, that seems to be my whole tidbit of everything. If I can remember what else, because I know there's a lot more. Uh, mm, 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 mm. Yeah. Uh, yeah. I'm like, it seems like I'm pretty much got everything else. I know the Devil May Cry. I think I talked about Devil May Cry. Uh, I know about that. Yeah. I mean, I feel like that was pretty much it. All I know is like I'm making another Gears of War 5. Uh, Elder Scrolls, Starfield, Elder Scrolls. Yeah, I pretty much got all the major things that I want to talk about. I mean, that was a pretty good press conference for both. I liked both of them. I think Bethesda really brought all their meat and potatoes. They really know how to tease a person. And Fallout 76 comes out this year. They really did that whole, like, you can get it tomorrow type deal. So I thought it was pretty dope for what they did. Um, Other than that, I think it's most of all these games. I can't wait for the Square Enix and Ubisoft and Sony tomorrow, and I think PC Gaming World's also tomorrow, but I don't think they'll have a conference. I think they'll just be there, maybe. Um, if there is, I'll definitely check it out. But then I know on Tuesday, they'll definitely have the Nintendo, and I'm pretty excited for the Nintendo one. And other than that, yeah, I am pretty excited and stoked about all this. And yeah, it's not much to talk about. If there was, I would talk about it. But yeah, these are what my thoughts were, and I thought they had some pretty good games, and I thought they would have it was pretty good, nice quality, you know, the nice qualityness of games, and I thought it was pretty good. I thought they brought in the meat and potatoes, everything else. Oh, right. One last thing. I forgot. It was Cuphead DLC. Definitely. Totally forgot about that. I do have Cuphead. Never beat it because it was just way too hard. But I know they had a new DLC and a new character, and so yeah, they have like a new playable character, which is like yeah, and so I'm deeply excited about that. So I'm excited about that. So yeah, and yeah, definitely okay. I'm gonna leave this in the stream now. So yes.